Hello everyone, I am Paul McGuire Grimes from Paul's Trip to the Movies, here with my review of Fyre Fraud. It's one of two new documentaries currently streaming all about the Fyre Festival. The idea behind it was thought to be this great new music festival to rival Woodstock and Coachella for a new generation. It was created by business mogul Billy McFarland and hip-hop artist Ja Rule, but basically imploded before their very eyes once concertgoers arrived to the festival. So Fyre Fraud, this is the one on Hulu, and it's the one where they paid McFarland to be interviewed. While it's great to hear his side of the story, I do wonder if Hulu really should be paying him and in turn helping him profit off of his massive con. He's actually currently spending 6 years in jail for fraud. The documentarians really push McFarland and ask him some tough questions, but he clearly has no remorse and doesn't quite understand what he did wrong. Ja Rule declined to be interviewed for the documentary. Internet scams run rampant, and this documentary shines a light on the power of millennials, rich people, and the rise of social media influencers. It's a shocking reminder of how people like Mark Zuckerberg and the Kardashians rule this country. It's fascinating and frankly scary at times to see how much push influencers have on young and impressionable followers. The machinations of how the Fyre Festival became a reality and this current fear of missing out FOMO culture we live in my opinion, is far more fascinating than who Billy McFarland is. You learn how these influencers and this marketing team pushed the Fyre Festival and got concertgoers who spent thousands of dollars on tickets and housing when literally none of it existed on this island in the Bahamas. Fyre Fraud asks its audience who is all responsible for the Fyre Festival. Ja Rule should be held as accountable as Billy McFarland, yet he hasn't been charged with any of his role in frauding concertgoers. Even if you had never heard of the Fyre Festival and don't know how this story ends, you will be hooked within minutes as the documentary really gets you in right away with that kind of true crime, too bizarre to be true kind of attack to it. I have not watched the Netflix documentary yet, so I'm really interested to compare both of them and see what angles they both offer in telling this story. I'm giving Fyre Fraud 4 out of 5 ticket stubs. And if you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have reviews of other movies that you can now find streaming. And then don't forget, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And then go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for more reviews, as well as a link to my podcast, Paul's Trip to the Movies, which you can find on Podcast One or Apple's podcast. And we have a new episode this week, so check it out. Thank you so much for watching today.